Hello class, this is Professor Stepp, and this is Texas Government. So this is going to just be a real short tutorial video just talking about how to access the class and some basic expectations. So first, let's start off with going to the class. So we are going to have the class on Blackboard. So you go to epcc.edu. Then you would go to the menu, click on My EPCC. Now I've got it set up so it already signs me in, but let's say you're using a public computer or something like that, it might not have you sign in, right? So it'll ask you to sign in. You would enter your EPCC username and password. If you forgot or don't have it, there will be a little link below the sign in that you can click and get help with that. Okay, so you're on My EPCC. Next, we want to click on Blackboard. Now, it'll open up on this page here, but what you want to do is go to Courses. Now, for you, under Current Courses, you will have my class and any other summer classes that you're taking. But because I'm making this video before the start of the semester, I need to go to Upcoming Courses. And we are Texas Government. Okay, so this is the front page of the course. I'm going to put on Student Preview mode so you can see it, how it'll look for you. Okay, so just a couple quick things. You can purchase the textbook by clicking on this link here. Also, you can purchase the textbook by clicking on the enhanced ebook, clicking on a chapter, and then buying a pass if that's what you want to do. You do not need to purchase the ebook. You can purchase a used version of the textbook, that's fine. But you do need to have a copy of the textbook. Oops. Okay, so this video, besides the fact I'm going to send it to you via email, this will also be listed over here in the Start Here folder. So let's look what's in the Start Here folder. First of all, the first 3 chapters of the textbook are available. They're free and available, so you can get started right away with your homework. Next, we have the syllabus. So you need to read through this very carefully. I'll go through a couple of things in here in just a minute. This is the syllabus part 2. It's less important, but give it a little read through. It's the same for every Government 2306, which is Texas Government class, but it has some information on there. Next, we have the virtual office hours. You'll click here in order to access the office hours. And then we have the discussion rubric, which you can use in order to do better on your discussion assignments, which we'll get to in a minute. So let's start off with the syllabus. So I'm not going to go through everything in the syllabus, but I do want to point out a few things. So I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bigger, and you can download the syllabus by clicking right here, and then you can have a copy of it printed out if you need to, and so on. So just some basic info. This is an online class, so we don't have a classroom. I have my office phone and my cell phone available here, as well as my email. Now, contact. How do you contact me? Well, you can text me. The most preferred way, though, is via course messages. So, actually, let's go and do that real quick. So, I'll close that. Where are the course messages? Well, they're right here, messages. Click here. You would click on the plus sign over here on the right. Type in my name or all instructors, whichever is fine. So, we'll just do that. Type a message, and then It's not showing on your screen, but right over here where you see the mouse, it's right underneath there is the send button. So what is Blackboard Course Messages? It is a basic internal email system. So that is the main way I would like you to communicate with me. Now you have the option of calling me, of course, but you know, as long as it's not too urgent or it's not something you need to actually talk about, Course Messages works really well. Okay, so let's go back, start here, and let's reopen up the syllabus. Okay, as stated, your textbook, you can have a used copy. You don't need to have the ebook. How will you be graded? There's going to be a midterm, a final. There's going to be chapter quizzes for almost every chapter, and then there's going to be chapter discussions. So make sure, since we are, of course, having a very accelerated class because it's the summer class, that you do not miss any homework. So I do have a list towards the bottom here, which is also available on Blackboard. I'll show you that in a second. But you can see what assignments are due when. Okay, so June 12th is your first due date, and you would have the Chapter 3 quiz, Chapter 3 discussion, Chapter 2 quiz, and then the introductions discussion. Now, normally, you only have one discussion assignment per week, but because we're covering a lot of important material in the first week, and I do want you to, introduce yourself to your classmates and to me, we're going to have 2 discussions. And we'll get more into that in a minute. And then you can see, okay, so the next Monday, June 19th, you can see what's due then, so on and so forth. Now, I'm going to real quickly go and show you over here on the calendar. You can organize it by due dates, and then click on month. Oops, wait. Due dates, day. Okay, I do not know why it's not showing up, but it should eventually show up. Okay, well, it's showing up on the month. So you can look here and see what is due. It's incomplete. I'll have to look into it, but you do have the calendar via the syllabus. Okay, so let's go back to the syllabus. Okay, so just a couple of basic things here. Every week you'll have a chapter quiz for each chapter, and you'll have 1 or 2 discussions. So like I said, the first week, 2 discussions. After that, it's only going to be 1 discussion. Now, a quick thing about discussions. So how do you do discussions? Well, there will be a prompt. You will write a paragraph response to that prompt. Then you will respond to a fellow student with another post with another paragraph. So each discussion requires 2 paragraphs and 2 posts, okay, total. So remember that. That's very important. These discussion assignments are a big part of your grade. If you have any questions, of course, please contact me. Since we have a very smushed together course, because of course it's a summer course, you do need to spend a significant amount of time outside class. So I put about 5 hours. That's not even the general guideline. That's less than the general guideline, but I think that should be enough. Make sure that you stay on top of it, that you're reading the textbook. I cannot implore you enough. Read that textbook. Okay, so there's not going to be any makeup exams. I give you basically a full week to work on your assignments. Actually, it's a little over a week. So there really should not be any makeup needed. In every chapter, there will be some videos, either my lecture videos or videos I found on YouTube or something like that that I feel helped you understand. I do offer extra credit, but my extra credit is not going to raise you from, let's say, a C to an A. Not going to happen. It can raise you to the next grade level, and I do offer extra credit, but it's not going to replace doing the main work for the class. Okay? Do not plagiarize, especially do not plagiarize the discussion assignments. I do run them through a plagiarism checker, and I'm going to start the semester running them through an AI checker. So don't use ChatGPT either. So make sure that you don't plagiarize. You should only be using your textbook to answer these questions. Don't Google them. Okay, so no cheating, obviously. If I omit something, it's not allowed automatically. You can read the disability statement here. Just basically let me know. Actually, don't let me know. Let the disability office know. And you can find their information here. If you have a disability, then they will communicate to me how best I can help you, and I will, of course, follow that. Okay, we don't really need to go Blackboard Ally. Active military students, it's basically the same policy as any student who misses class. If you miss class and you want the absence excused, you need to provide a written excuse. So with the military students, if it's a military absence, then I have a very specific category here. But let's say if you're sick, well, a doctor's note will do it. So it's the same for all students. I just put a little bit more detail here if you're deployed, so I know exactly what's going on, how long you're going to be gone, if I have to fill out some paperwork to extend the class for you, things like that. Okay, we're not going to be on campus. We don't have to worry about campus carry. You should read this entire syllabus. Ignorance is not an excuse, so please, please read the entire syllabus. Let's see here. So let's look at and by the way, all these little numbers here, I don't like them. That's just like the standard that they want us to do now. Okay, so let's look at a standard chapter. So, or a standard week, let's say. So our first week of class is going to cover 3 chapters. Chapter 1, so we click on Chapter 1 here, and you'll see here that you have flashcards. That's just a studying tool. You do not need to use them if you don't want to. It's not a grade. Author video, watch that author video. It'll help you understand the chapter. Then I have a video here on Texas history, which should help you better understand the chapter. The introductions discussion assignment, the PowerPoint, another introduction video, a link to the ebook. If you don't buy the ebook, it won't work for you, but I just put it there to make it convenient to you, and I guess I put flashcards twice, so you can just ignore that one. Let's look at Chapter 2 real quick. Same thing, video lectures, a link to the ebook, the PowerPoint, author video, and flashcards, and then a quiz. So if you notice, Chapter 1 does not have a quiz, but Chapter 2 does have a quiz, and then Chapter 3 should have a quiz as well. So Chapter 3 has a pretty long lecture. There's 3 parts to it. I would highly recommend watching those lecture videos. They will help you with the chapter. Then we have the Chapter 3 discussion. We have a PowerPoint. So this is the book's PowerPoint, and this is my personal PowerPoint that you can use. So my philosophy is to basically give you every tool that available to me and to you, so that you can use them to study. You don't need to look through this PowerPoint because you should be watching the lecture video, but you know, it's there for you if you want. Let's see here, and then we have the Chapter 3 quiz. So that completes the first week. That's what we'll be working on. Now, on Friday of the first week, I will make the next 4 chapters available. So these first 3 chapters, they're assignments. So Chapter 1 has a discussion. Chapter 2 has a quiz. Yes. And then Chapter 3 has a quiz and a discussion. Those assignments are due Monday, June 12th. Okay, so make sure you do them. Then the first Friday, the next chapters will become available, and they'll be due on June, was it 19th? So that's basically how the class works. I don't want to make this video too long. So what we'll probably do is within the first week, I'll schedule an optional meet and greet using Teams. So remember, Teams is under the Start Here virtual office hours. And you can ask me questions if you have any. Of course, you don't have to wait for that. If you have any questions, just send me a course message right away. Okay, one final thing I'll say is don't use this discussions tab. It is, I don't use it, and it's kind of a junkyard. So if you click on it, it probably, see, it has a lot of discussions that I'm not going to use. So don't use the discussions tab. You can use the calendar tab. That's a little bugged right now. I don't know why. You can always view your grades in the grade book, and of course send me course messages if you have questions. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you have a fantastic first day of class. I will send this video to you via email so that you can, of course, view it and have a great day. Bye.